Okay, so we're taking a closer look at everything. Well, I'm taking a closer look at everything, and I just noticed this little business here. You know, when you're excited, you don't look at all the things you should look at. And so I don't know if you can see this, but that is water damage. It's not bad. It doesn't look like it was painted over, but I'm guessing this is the reason. There's nothing up here. I took the screen off and washed it, and yeah, so what was up here was duct tape, and I'm guessing it must have been leaky. But I looked around at this insulation and all around, this was just, at some point it started to leak a little bit. It doesn't look bad or smell bad, but as you can see, and it looks, I think, worse through the camera than it does in person. So again, I see fresh plywood. I don't see anything rotten of it over here. But it's not wet, it's not soft. I'm going up on the roof to take another look at it. It's okay. I think there must have been a little leak, and I'll see if they've, put silicone up there. If they haven't, I will. It is just, and it's not water damage, it's just a piece of that, I don't know what it's, fake wood stuff is off. And I'm missing the little turny guy there, which I'm gonna go see if I can buy. And on this side, I think what happened was I screwed in from the back and it just kind of cracked up this. It's not soft, it's not rotten, I don't see any mold or grossness, so I think it's gonna be fine. It makes me feel like that I want to maybe put, either paint that or do some wallpaper on that. I've been looking at some vintage wallpaper, and I looked over here at this wallpaper, and I don't want to paint here because this is where you would cook, and this kind of has a protective film on it, I think, so it can be wipeable for grease and cooking and when things get wet over here. And one more thing, got this little stuff. So somebody mounted something here, I don't know what it was, but I'm gonna have to make sure that I fill that up with some silicone so that we don't get water damage under there. I did look under there, there was no water damage, so it's fine. As for this, I can't get this off. I did get some around it off, but I have a feeling that maybe there was a print or there was hooks for hanging like towels there, and this is just old adhesive. And if I scrape it too much, I'm actually damaging this board. At first, I thought this was like wallpaper, but I think it's something that's treated with something that's scrubbable and water resistant. So if I can find some cool wallpaper for that, I will. If not, I may keep it and cover this with a print or a paper towel holder or something like that. I kind of like it. It's very 70s, and if we're going to stay with that whole 70s theme, it matches and it's good. So that's what's happening. Here is, I gotta go find one of these Turner things at the hardware store, and the outside of that window really needs some hardware. So I'm going to take some pictures of that and see if I can't hunt down the hardware. And bonus, I found down here, this looks like somebody made it, I'm not sure, or they repaired it, but to hook this trailer in to, house power, or I would need to plug it into this and plug that into power. So luckily they left it in here, and I accidentally found it way behind underneath this sink. Here's something cool, check that out. That looks like carpet, but it's not, it's linoleum, and I'm guessing that was the original linoleum in this trailer. It's kind of cool, very 70s. I'm not a big fan of the 70s, but it is pretty obvious that that's what is going on here. So I think I'm gonna roll with it. Oh, and we pulled off the seat covers and turned them upside down, and they had this kind of vinyl, and I kind of like it, especially since we have kids. This is wipeable, it's durable. I think I'm going to leave it like that. This little thing back here, it's not attached to the wall, so I might be done with that. So yeah, I'm off to the hardware store to pick out some paint. The paint here is pink. I think they painted right over that, whatever that wall treatment is, but I think we might be going with some of the colors in the upholstery that's existing As you can see, there's some of that tangerine orange. I'm not sure how the colors are showing up on my phone, but there's some tangerine orange, some avocado green, this kind of really cool deeper green that looks, I don't know, it's got a little blue in it, and this looks turquoise on my phone, but it's just kind of a lighter green. And then there's, you know, like a gold vibe. We'll see. I think these colors will be too dark for a wall, but I could play with maybe a lighter green. I looked over here where they painted, and it looks like somebody did that before the paint. It's not a color I think that would make me happy. Too bright. Just want something a little bit neutral, a little more neutral. Who knows, maybe I might go with a warm beigey color. I haven't decided. I just want it to all work together. And the cabinets, they worked really hard to paint these this pretty brown, but I think I might be going with either a deep green. You know, when you get something, even though it isn't new, it is new to you, and you kind of want to make it your own. And this is all the adhesive from the Pinup Girls. It's on all of them. I think it is, it feels like rubber cement. I can't be sure, but I took all that off, but it left kind of a stain on the cupboard. So I'm going to see if I can't just get a razor blade and kind of push that off a little bit. If I can't, I'll just paint over it or something. They came off pretty easy in the bathroom. Oh, it's hot in here. But I think I'm going to paint in here too. And maybe open up that window. I love the windows in here. They're those louvered windows, and all of them are in really great shape. Only one has a crack, and we're only missing one screen. There's my son. Hi, Elliot. He's pretty excited. Can't wait to take a road trip. All right, we'll be back. Well, here I am making a huge mess. I want to get you updated. So today is Saturday, and I'm getting started. I only have a little bit of time, and I am starting with a 7-year-old. So it's been a little less than productive. But I did go shopping today, and I bought this flooring. So this is the floor that's currently there. All it is like some linoleum. It's not in bad shape. It really just needs a good scrub. But I thought I would go ahead and lay a little bit of floor. There's not much floor here, so it shouldn't take very long. And I tried to match that floor as close as I could to the wood that was already in here. I bought 3 boxes. They're each about 36 square feet, I think, something like that. And so I think I'll have enough with 3, and I hope I do because they only had 3 boxes. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's just a peel and stick floor. Shouldn't take long, and I think it'll look nice. It's, you know, again, we're not doing that down and dirty, take everything out to the studs and start from scratch and build your own furniture. We're just taking what is existing, trying to keep the integrity of what's already here. This is a 1970s trailer. It's got a lot of 1970s stuff. Here, I started painting the bathroom just a little to see if I'd like it. So remember, this bathroom is very pink, and so I am going with this white cream, and I'm going everywhere with this white cream. I'm just trying to brighten things up. A Behr Marquee. It's their best quality, and it has a built-in primer. So there we go. And it's guaranteed 1 coat. I'm not going to be able to do 1 coat in here. There's just too much going on, and this stuff sucks here. That pink is still coming through. Again, I'm doing this with a 7-year-old, so we're making more mess than getting things done. So let me spin you around here. These are the 3 colors I got for the cabinets. An orangey, a dark orange. I thought it would be like a nice pop of color here at the sink because we got a lot of green going on. But when I put it on, it looked more red, and it didn't make me happy. Let's just put it that way. Then I had this dark green. I thought maybe if I did a deep green, it would pull all those greens. And I don't know what I was thinking. I may use this for the exterior stripe, so this isn't wasted. And then I thought, look at this. This is kind of pretty. It has a little coral in it. It's kind of a play on the 70s. You know, we're taking that orange and bringing it down. So I gave it a go, and here is the green. Don't like it. Here is the orange. Wah! Too much for me. And then here is that other burnt orange coral color. Ooh, just too muddy for me. And those are the knobs on the cabinets, which I don't know. They're not terrible, but I don't like them. I am just trying to get an eyeball for, would I like that white up against this green? I like that white up against the green, and I like it up against the woods. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint the cabinet set off white. Same as the wall, same as the ceiling. I am boring, but I think it's gonna lighten and brighten things up. And I just have a feeling it's going to work. I'm gonna trust myself on this. I decided I am not going to put a curtain up back here on this long window. I love the light that comes in, and there is a little awning out there that needs some repair, but it can come down if I want privacy. I bought some of this, it's like, it's, you know, like muslin or canvas, very natural. And I also found, unfortunately, they only had one shower curtain that I thought I could cut down and make drapes out of. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I don't think that's enough for the 3 windows, but if it is, I'll use that instead. I just like that little ribbing. And then for tiebacks, I bought this trim, and I thought I would just, I have some hammered tacks, and I thought it would be nice to just make a tie back, and we can put the curtains in there and not have to worry about them when we want light. So I'm leaving the wood here. I'm leaving these cabinets because they're different than all the other cabinets, and that wood intact. I want that little wooden element thing to stay. But on this cupboard, I went to go scrape off the, this is primer on here. I went to go scrape off those decals, and the wood started coming off, the finish started coming off, it started to break down. So I thought I'm going to need to paint these, do all the upper cabinets white, the walls white, we got this nice white lamp, a little monochrome thing here. But for the base cabinets down here, I may be doing something different. I know what I'm going to do. I may go mix another color. I am just spending all of my budget on paint. Or I'll look in my stash and see what colors I have. But I want it to be something that kind of pulls us all together. I want that to be a different color, because it'll be this one and this one here on the fridge and those cabinet doors. And so I'm pulling off all the drawer pulls, and maybe I don't know what I'll do with them, but I'm going to pull those off. And so these are the current pulls. They're kind of a brass, and they're nice, and I kind of liked it, but I wanted to modernize it just a tiny bit, but not too much. So I bought this. I thought this was really, really pretty. It weighs a ton. So I'm going to do that instead against the white. I think that's going to look nice. We'll see. This for the back window. Just little things. I bought some brass hooks for the back of for inside the bathroom to hang towels. This countertop, it's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's made out of. And I just saw that Rust-Oleum makes a countertop paint. I think it has a polyurethane in it, and it's oil-based. And so I think I'm going to repaint the top of the counter and the top of that table. I think mostly because I think that it's really, really old, and I think we're going to damage it, and I think it needs a coat of protection. So this comes in Thursday, and I'll have to get up on the roof and put the new one in. Hopefully it's not too difficult, and I do it well so we don't get any leakage. So yeah, that's what's happening. I'm done for today. I'm going to come back tomorrow and probably do a couple of hours of painting without a kid, and hopefully get a lot more done.